In the land of ancient Egypt, under the shadow of the Great Pyramids and beside the shimmering Nile, a story of freedom and divine power was about to unfold. For centuries, the Israelites had been slaves, their cries for liberation echoing unheard under the scorching sun. But a leader, chosen by God, was about to challenge the mightiest ruler on earth. This is the story of Moses. We see him in the opulent throne room of Pharaoh, a humble shepherd's staff in his hand, his voice firm with a divine mandate. "Let my people go." But Pharaoh, his heart hardened with pride, refused. He could not imagine his empire without its slaves, and he scoffed at the power of a god he did not know. This refusal would set in motion a series of events so catastrophic, they would bring the empire to its knees. The first blow struck the very heart of Egypt. The Nile River, the lifeblood of the nation, turned into a horrifying river of blood. The water became undrinkable, the fish died, and a stench filled the air as the people watched in panic. Still, Pharaoh would not yield. Then came the frogs, an endless, croaking tide that swarmed from the river, invading homes, temples, and even the royal palace. They were everywhere. Pharaoh begged for relief, promising freedom, but once the plague was gone, he broke his word. What followed was a relentless assault. Swarms of gnats and then thick clouds of flies descended, tormenting man and beast. A terrible pestilence struck the livestock, and Egypt's prized cattle, horses, and sheep collapsed and died in the fields. Still, Pharaoh's heart remained stone. So painful, festering boils erupted on the skin of the Egyptians, from the lowest servant to the highest magician. Then the sky itself turned against them, a terrifying storm of fire and ice, a hail so destructive it shattered everything it touched, rained down upon the land. And what the hail did not destroy, the locusts did. A deafening swarm descended, a living cloud that devoured every last green thing, leaving behind a barren, desolate landscape. Then came a darkness that could be felt, a deep, oppressive blackness that smothered the land for 3 long days, plunging Egypt into a terrifying silence and isolation. Yet, even after all this, Pharaoh refused. The final plague would be the most heartbreaking of all. An angel of death passed through Egypt, and in every home not marked with the blood of a lamb, the firstborn son died. A great cry of anguish rose from every Egyptian family, from the palace of Pharaoh to the humblest dwelling. Broken and defeated, Pharaoh finally screamed at Moses and his people to leave. And so their long march to freedom began. Thousands of Israelites, with Moses leading the way, his staff held high, journeyed into the desert. But Pharaoh's rage returned. He sent his army, his chariots thundering across the sand in hot pursuit. Trapped at the edge of the Red Sea, it seemed all hope was lost. But Moses stretched his staff over the water, and an incredible miracle occurred. The sea parted, creating a dry path between towering walls of water. The Israelites walked through to safety. When the Egyptian army charged in after them, the waters crashed down, swallowing the chariots and soldiers in a churning vortex. On the far shore, the Israelites stood, finally free. They watched as the last of their oppressors vanished beneath the waves, their hands raised to the heavens in a triumphant song of deliverance. A new nation was born, forged in faith and freed by miracles. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more epic tales from history.